What? It is Tuesday, I think. Day it is. I think it's Tuesday. And man, I thought being busy was supposed to make time fly. But man, I was busy as could be today, and my day was dragging. There was nothing to it. Bleh. And we got a solo survival road tournament going on. Rewards are the crap you need to ascend your Tyrese or your Ezekiel or your Rosita or your Shiva, whichever one you're gonna ascend, or the next ascension or whatever. The rewards aren't as pleasurable for me, I guess. Pleasuring. I don't know. It bore me. My characters, I want weapons and I want crap I need to upgrade each of those. But it bores me. Bleh. Survival road tournaments are boring anyways. I like the faction ones. The faction ones are alright, but individual tournaments bore me. We got a message in game today from Scopely. Keep surviving. No war again this weekend. I'm sure that's gonna thrill a lot of folks. I know it makes me happy. Oh yeah, look at this face. That's a happy face. Don't you hear it in the tone of my voice? They're still working out bugs and kinks and crap, so I guess we give them that. We'll be patient, Scopely. Better than nothing. You know, wish I had more to talk about. I say that a lot, man. But man, it's this downtime. You know, it's where the game starts to feel like a grind. You know, not doing stuff because I want to, I'm doing it because I have to. That kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Makes it less entertaining. You know, I thought the new feature, the ascending feature, I thought that was gonna, spark a new life, I guess. But playing beta some more, and I was doing some raids and stuff. Fuck you, you jackass. I was playing some raids and stuff, and man, I wonder if the 6-star characters, granted I am facing up against completely maxed out 6 stars, so I guess I need to take that into consideration. But I'm running a pretty decent squad of 5 stars, and I'm having trouble with them, and so that concerns me. Is it going to remain balanced? Is there going to be any semblance of balance? Because I don't know, man. I should have done beta more when they were testing the feature out to see what kind of creep there was, and it's a pretty nasty one. It feels like I can beat a team of 5 stars with a team of 4 stars. Maybe even a couple 3 stars on that team, if they're the right ones. But when I'm fighting raids right now in beta, it feels like I can't beat a team of 3 6 stars and 2 5 stars with a team of 5 stars. It feels like I'm fighting a team of 5 stars with some 3s. It doesn't feel like there's much of a balance there. And so that's got me a little worried, because I like competition, and I fear that people are going to give up on the game if they can't compete. If it's that much of a difference. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out. I finally got a You Got Lucky today, a 100K scavenger mission. Of course, I can't get one during any of the past 3 or 4 level up events, but sure enough, the day or so after it ends, I get one to pop up. Assholes. But I got Victor, Negan, and Lester in it. I just sent 3. I'm only trying to max out Victor and Negan. I only got a few levels left, and I don't feel like wasting the survivors or the food to max them out myself. I'm not missing out on that many tournament points, so I'm okay with what I'm doing there. I got a survival road tournament, and I could autoplay that. I probably, if I run out of world energy, I'll probably just autoplay that. I'm still on the first level or whatever, so it's easy to autoplay. I can autofill and autoplay. But man, it just feels like a slow day today. Looked at my workload at work, and it's pretty stacked right now. I look at the game on my lunch break and stuff, and it's boring. Global chat's dead. Faction chat's not that active. It feels like a slow time, And I mean, it happens. I get it. It happens. It happens quite a bit. The game goes through, this game in particular, goes through stretches of boringness. And it's up to me, I guess, to make it interesting, figure out what I can do to make it interesting. I'd been talking about hoarding and stuff like that, and that was all fine and dandy when we were doing different events every few days, But without a war, I can't really test out my new characters. With the 6 stars coming in, I kind of feel like I need to get some of these characters running before they're irrelevant, So I don't know, I might kind of thinking about burning some raid cans and just trying to build up my rep, just because. I've got jack else to do. I need to farm more in Chilton region, but I can't farm more because I don't have the world energy to do it. You know, and I can't beat the last stage of the Shiva, that Shiva map on Act 3 or whatever, for those 10 slash tokens so I can get a 5-star pull. I need to wait till tomorrow morning to finish the Shiva 4 road map so that I can get another glove so that I can get the museum thing done so I can do a 5-star pull there, and then I'll have a couple 5s there. But this is the challenge of the end game, you know. A lot of people talk about, I can't wait till I have a roster full of 5 stars that I can use, and I'll be unstoppable, this, that, the other. You know, it'll be so much more fun. But you run out of things to play for, you know. The day-to-day isn't as fun. You know, I haven't leveled up in a couple months. You know, I haven't seen a reward for leveling up in a couple months. I haven't got some of the things that come with gaining a level in a while now. And it's boring. It sucks. You know, I start up on a new region and then I'm reminded of how crappy the daily grind is and how long it took to get to where I'm at, to just become stagnant. You know, I try to diversify what I'm doing. You know, I play PlayStation games, I watch movies and TV shows with my wife and stuff. But this is something that I've poured a lot of time and effort into, and I want more out of it. I really hope that this next war that they do is something that's just insanely awesome. You know, it's a cross-region war with like 7 other regions, and we get some kick-ass rewards out of it. You know, it lasts like a full weekend and a Friday and the Friday before. You know, I hope it's something cool. But there's no telling what's going to happen this weekend. Probably going to be a damn territory or something. That's not very exciting. I mean, it's not very fun. It's not what do you do in a territory? You try to put together 3 good defensive teams, and then you got to coin those, or put together 3 okay defensive teams and then 3 crap defensive teams to try to maintain this territory. That sucks. You know, and then you farm like this. You know, you go through 2 or 3 full rounds in your world energy every day, and you don't get anything out of it half the time, more than half the time. You know, you might get lucky to get 2 or 3 drops in a day. Disassemble all those weapons. You're lucky if you get what you need to upgrade another weapon, and then when you finally do it, you don't get the upgrade that you were hoping for. You know, you try for that stun gun probably close to 100 times now, and you failed each and every time. It blows. My one saving grace with this has been these past couple weeks that I've been doing these streams. They say What's up, guys? Just kind of rambling today, man. The old saying is it's lonely at the top. And I know, Mark, you can echo this sentiment, man. Some of us are just born teachers, you know. Some of us are born to lead others, you know, to help others. And that's one thing that sucks about being in the top faction, that you don't really have much to teach other people, you know. So having these streams where I can talk to other folks and help them learn the game a little bit more has been a very helpful thing for me. 'Cause otherwise, I mean, I'm just another cog in the wheel, another cog in the machine or whatever it is, grinding. And I don't like grinding. I didn't catch that last one. Man, I need to figure out some way that I can like keep the chat persistent on the screen or something so I can read it. It doesn't stay up long enough for me. I mean, I was sitting here farming. You know, providing territory defenses and all that. You know, man, it's a daily grind in the game. And that sucks that it feels like that sometimes, you know. I mean, do you guys ever feel like it's just a grind, like you're doing something, like you're doing this just because you have to? You know, I like to feel like I want to do this most of the time. But sometimes it's just, I got to do it. Got back to school night for my kids tonight. Gonna go I think meet their teachers or something at the school. A little meet and greet. I'm trying to find goals to set for myself in this thing, man. Like, what all can I do aside from what the Scopely gods are telling me to do? I mean, like, I want to have awesome weapons. I just keep farming. And, you know, it sucks until I hit that weapon. You know, like, I went on a long dry spell with good weapons before I got that Revive Katana. And I mean, I guess looking back now, it was totally worth it. That whole grind was worth it because that katana is coming in handy. It's been nice. I don't know. Slow days suck, man. You got your, in my case, nose to the keyboard. I like to say that I just slam my head against the keyboard and cool shit happens. I mean, staring at that code editor all day, just making websites. Not physically draining by any means. I mean, I've done much harder jobs. Man, if it doesn't drive your brain crazy though, like mental fatigue, is that a thing? Mental fatigue's a thing, right? Or am I just whining? I think I'm just whining. I'm gonna buck up. I think I'm gonna switch over to the Survival Road tournament after after I finish this stage here. I feel like I could be making these talks more informative for people, you know, people that are watching. What do you think? What could I teach you while I'm driving? Could I share with you while I'm driving that would make this better? Shoot me some comments, shoot me a direct message, whatever. What do you want to see? And there's people that come back every day and watch me. Mark, you're here because I forced you to be. But those of you that just show up and keep coming back day after day, why do you keep watching? What is it that you like hearing from me? What do you like hearing me talk about that makes you tune in? And I enjoy doing these. I really do. And I said, look at that. I got 5 people watching right now. And of those 5, I know one. That's Mark. Importance of territories, huh? And they give bonuses. Flat out. I mean, for us, top tier faction, you know, we're focusing on, well, one, we coordinate every territory we take. We don't just take a territory for the sake of it. Okay? Well, I'm not going to say we don't do that. We do that sometimes just to take them away from somebody else. But for the most part, you know, we coordinate and we take Surefire and what's the other one? This Suburbia and High School, I think, are the 3. There's 2 of them that give a 15% critical bonus when crafting your weapons, and then there's one that gives a bonus when you're disassembling. And we take those for their bonuses, right? We may only hold them for the hour that we want, that we're shielded or whatever. But when we're crafting, you have to have those when you collect your weapons from the armory. And that gives a 30% critical bonus. I mean, that's a huge bonus when you consider that you get, like 50% on a special. I think is it 50% or is it like 30 or something like that? I don't know, you get like a third. Yeah, Surefire and Strip Mall, that's it, for critical bonuses. So you get like a third, like a 33, we'll say a 40% chance. You get a 40% chance of critical bonus, of critical success when crafting a weapon when you use a duct tape and a polishing kit, for example. Well, if you take another, that's, you got a 4 in 10 or a 2 in 5 chance. Well, if you add another 30% on top of that, well, you don't get 70%, you get like a 52% chance. You now have a 1 in 2 chance of getting a critical success. It ups the odds. Which, I mean, you go from a 4 in 10 to a 5 in 10 chance. It ups the odds a lot for you. So the secret isn't to holding the territories, it's to taking them, right? And that comes through coordination. You have to coordinate with your faction. You have to get, at least 7, 8 people online at the same time at hard and fast. So that way it doesn't go into a contested state. You don't have to worry about the faction you're taking it from adding more defense to it. you get in there, you kick ass, and you leave your defense and you take it over. Any faction can do it as long as you can beat the teams that are in there. And at this stage in the game, if you're not in a newer region, most any faction's going to be able to take out any other faction, because you're not going to run into a lot of war defenses in a territory unless you're going up against a top tier faction. You know, so we do the weapons one during the level at fortified cabin and motel, I think, are the two that we hit that give bonus XP when you're leveling up your characters. We take them and we hold them. Those are the ones that we, I don't want to say stress out over the most, but those are the ones with the most importance. Hey, what's going on, Chris? So we take those ones because they're important. We try to hold those for and Austin, what's going on, guys? We try to keep those for the duration of the event because they're important. Now there are other territories out there that are important. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not important, but during those types of tournaments, we hold on to those. And then we have the day-to-day territories that we hold on to. You know, we every day we try to hold on to, and Mark if you don't mind helping me out in the chat, getting the territory names right, because I just look for the flags. I look for the flag that our faction puts down, because, man, I just like to hit it. We got the daily ones. You know, there's two that give a world energy regeneration speed upgrade or whatever. So it only takes us like 2 or 3 minutes to regenerate an energy, instead of, I think it's like 6 minutes to regenerate. And then there's two that give a 20% item drop bonus. And that's great for farming, because you can do twice as much and you get an extra 40% bonus on top of hiring those two, or having those two drop leaders on your squad. And so that's one way that we get all these weapons. I mean, I hear a lot of talk about, you know, how do these top flight factions, how do they always get all these awesome weapons and stuff? Well, dude, we grind for all this stuff. There you go. Motel fortified cabin for the item bonuses. I know that I think Mark and I are on more than anybody else throughout the day. We try to keep ourselves up on those. Yeah, there's no reason for you to not. You and your faction should try to hold, I'd say, at least those 4 territories for at least an hour every day. You know, you should be trying to do that if you can. And if you can't, and the what? I don't know what that was. That's some kind of racial slur or something, man. I don't know what the hell that is. But you try to hold those territories for as long as you can, and while you have them, take advantage of it. But the key to getting and keeping the territories is communication with your faction. And if your faction isn't communicating, and you know you got maybe 5 or 6 people that are talking, man, ditch them. They ain't doing you no favors. I don't care if they were there for you when you were down and whatnot, and you know you've got your family, and screw all that, dude. Man, it's good to be loyal, but you got to be loyal to one first, you know. You know, you got to get out there and take care of it. You know, that brings up a good talking point there, is faction merging. Tell me, what point does it make to have 3 factions ranked 6, 7, 8 pretty much everywhere? Well, I've been playing for a couple years now, something like that. Man, what's the point in having 6, 7, 8 put up, have 10 members putting up, like, I don't know, what's a good number, more like 1.5 million, we'll say. 10 members together in each of those 3 factions putting up $1.5 million every war. If those 3 factions would merge with those 10 people, that's $4.5 million every war. And all of a sudden, those 10 people that are carrying aren't getting shafted because they're grouped up and they're moving up. They're getting the 4th rank rewards or the 3rd rank rewards instead of getting crap and taking 3 times as long to get a 5-star out of that 5-star token wheel, because they've got to collect their 5-star tokens 1,000 at a time instead of 5,000 at a time. And even worse is in our region, man. Number 2 and number 3 factions, Sinister Squad, Masters of Fear. If those 2 would just get over their damn egos and team up, they could take us down, or at least give us some good competition. But no, they want to bicker amongst themselves. Man, get over yourselves. Take us down. Beat us. We want to be beat. No, I don't want to say we want to be beat. Man, I've derailed completely off the territory talk. Territories, man, here's what they look like. We take them. We hold them. We hold them for as long as we can. Sometimes we'll go crazy and we'll try to hold them for longer than we should. But that's okay to do that every now and again. Don't waste the resources if you don't have them. Man, get out there and try. I mean, if you get 10 members online at the same time, that is what? That's 100 hits on a territory. On a single territory, if you were trying to take just one. All right, you remove 3,000 health or whatever, 3,000 stamina for every successful attack you make. So that's 300,000 stamina. And your game's not going to work for as long as it takes you to light a fire under Scopely, man. It's the best way I can put it. You just got to keep nagging them. Nag them, nag them, nag them, nag them, nag them. Get on the forums and call out Dash, call out Andrea, call out Linnea, call out Johnny. Make yourself a thorn in their side and they'll respond to you. Man, I've messaged support and all that, all I could do for you. Yeah, you want to make sure that you get those. Try to get 10 people at one time. Coordinate it. Be online at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time. That's 10 Eastern. That's 7 Pacific. That's 8 Mountain. Get online. Do the damn thing. You gotta force people to do it, you know. And if they don't want to be a part of that part of the game, you know, they don't want to help out in that manner, toss them to the curb. If it's your faction leaders that don't want to do it, find a new faction, because those leaders aren't doing you any favors. Coordination is key. Coordination, coordination, coordination. Oh yeah, I am pulling up to the house. Pulling in the driveway right now. So I'm gonna close this off. I'm gonna hop over to the video page and see if I can't read what was the my first 5-star was Red Garrett, the shield. I'm gonna hop over to the video page, see if I can't catch global chat and answer any questions. Yeah, thanks guys for watching. You know, leave a like, leave a comment, whatever you feel like doing, man. I hate trying to sound like one of those YouTubers, man, where people are just like, leave a like, comment, subscribe, yeah, man, it lets me know that you care, lets me know that you want to watch more. So, and with that, I'm gonna say deuces, people.